said, I am Aminata Sawaneh. Not necessarily the CEO, because I hate using the word CEO, but I'm the founder of SAMLA, that is Sawaneh's Mentorship and Leadership Academy. And as you have been briefed on the form or at the WhatsApp page, like where some of you are, it's an academy that will actually mentored or centered its mentorship program on public speaking skills, career choice development, and leadership. So it's going to be a 3 months intensive program. But before then, I need to introduce this man right here. I call him daddy because he's already a dad to me. I won't say like a dad to me. Like, he has been the one who has sponsored the first academy from the first day to the last 3 months. His name is Mr. Kijera. He's the CEO and founder of Hamza Trading and Real Estate. It's a real estate company, right? So he sponsored the first academy, and I deem it necessary to invite him here. Later, I'll allow him to at least give some words to welcome you. You know, I feel people who were there with me since the first day needs to be here too to welcome the second batch. The second batch could have commenced earlier on, but due to the COVID-19, you know, social distancing, protocols and rules have been in place, so we could not have it. But alhamdulillah, that sessions are going on, so we deem it necessary that SAMLA also need to commence its second cohort. So some resource persons are also on their way coming, like the academy has a new assistant coordinator who is also a student at the University of the Gambia. He's a student leader. Currently, he's the Secretary General. His name is Mohamed Waidabo. He will join us shortly. He will also take you through with the coordinator, who is Mustafa Paragon Sonko. And there's a guy too who promised to get you guys t-shirts, books, learning materials, I'll call it. He's also said he's on his way coming. So I invite all of them to come because I want to explain to them. I want them to understand this is not a cash that is going into Aminata's wallet. No. It's going to be for the mentees, you understand? So I want them to come. This is why I invited Daddy himself here. He has been coming for him. He understands the routine because with the first cohort, he has always been there, you know, to attend sessions with the mentees. So I invited another person. His name is Dipoti. He will join us shortly. He's also a resource person. He wanted to help the academy. So I told him we'll have an orientation today, so he promised to come. So I just want to address one thing quickly. Are you all in the WhatsApp page? Not all. Those of you that are at in the WhatsApp page, yesterday night I received multiple messages, some texts that they couldn't make it. And this was exactly when I sent a reminder on the page that the orientation should take place today by 10 a.m. So the WhatsApp page is not created for just me or the myself rather, or the coordinator to be sending in information. When informations are sent, as mentees, we expect you to respond, at least with the word noted or thanks. So for us to know it has been well received. You know, it was really challenging for me to in fact get this done. I have to call almost everyone to ask if you're really going to make it to the orientation. If yes, can you please go back to the page and add your name to the list that is going on? I want to do that because when it comes to logistics, we need to know the number of people that are coming. See, even the food that is being ordered today, it might be less than the number that is here or more because we find it difficult for people to write in their name, so we know the exact people that are coming. So when messages are sent to the page, please, I'm appealing. Just send the word noted or thanks so we will know that you have received it. Because if not, you just see, because when you go to information, you can see the number of people that read the message. You can see to whom it had been delivered. You know, I will see many people would, read it. They will see it, but they will not comment. And if the WhatsApp page is not important, then we could have discovered it. The reason why we did it is for information to be sent. And the first cohort with the WhatsApp page, works are being sent there because there will be time when you be at home and you will still be mentored. And it's through the WhatsApp page. So if you are not cooperative at this point, it's really difficult for the coordinator or myself to get you, do certain things. And this is not about 3 months training. Okay, I want to attend the Sawaneh's Mentorship Academy. Buy the form, attend sessions once or twice and expect to be certified. No, we want to make sure what you want from us it's been achieved. This is why later on we will ask you to write your expectations. If you don't want to stand and speak, we will ask you to write it down. So we will know what you're expecting from us. With this, we will know where to mentor you on. You understand? So if such informations are being sent to the page where actually other works are being done, and you want to ignore it, it will make the work difficult, for us. You understand? So I will encourage you whenever a message is being sent to the to the WhatsApp page, you please try to respond. And if you're not there, you let me know so I can add your number there. So as I was saying, it's 3 months intensive program. Sessions will be done. The coordinator will take you through the course outline. But again, resource persons will be invited. People, public figures you may call them, right? They will come here and explain their life experience with you. Give you training on some of these key areas that we're mentoring you on. That is public speaking skills, career choice development, and leadership. Yeah, so meanwhile, I will allow the cameraman to take your photos. It will be needed for your identification cards. I want to make a card for you so you can actually be recognized as a SAMLA fellow. The first cohort, they paid nothing because we have, that they actually doing everything for them. They got them t-shirts. Each of them got 2 t-shirts. They got them learning material, books, pens, you name it. Different sessions, he ordered different type of food. Any food that the mentees want will be available. He did picnic for them, went as far as Sawaneh to do picnic. We have orientation, we have some sessions in fact at Kasumai Beach to do some exercise. So all that has been spent, and if you look at it, it's a huge amount of money. Myself, I have to withdraw my account that, it was 0. I wasn't getting anything in return because I have a, mission to accomplish, and money wasn't really important to me at that time. So the reason why we charge 500 at this point is because we have 0 sponsorship, you understand? The coordinator and myself have to lobby to see people who will really help. Because even with the t-shirts that we're trying to play, the man charges $350 just for one. Your ID cards, he charged for $150. So that alone has, exhausted your money, not to talk about the food that you'll be eating every session, right? So we charge that to just make sure certain things are being fixed. If we wish, we wouldn't have charged it because the first cohort it was absolutely free. Like he's here, that's why I have to invite him here. Because if I'm lying, he'll be like, no, stop, that's not true. So he had to sponsor them everything, even the venue. I forgot to mention it. He had to ask his workers to sit at home and allow somebody to do their sessions in his office. So he's the one who was doing all that. So because today we're going into all this, venue of where to do the session or the orientation is because I didn't speak to him about the venue. I only want to disturb him again with that. And that's why I talked to Paragon to see if we can have a venue here. But unfortunately, it has been another thing. So that is why we charge the 500. In fact, some have to text that, I wanted to join the Sawaneh's Mentorship Academy, but because I don't have the money. I said, hey, money is nothing. Like, if you don't have it, you can still come. Because I'm not saying everyone should do it compulsory, even though that is what has been written on the form, as in it's not going to be refundable. But does it mean if you don't have it, you don't have to, you have to miss yourself out for session and this sort of stuff. So I really appreciate some of the people who reach out to me, trying to let me know, trying to explain their interest about the academy, but again, they don't have the finance. I still encourage them to come. I don't mind taking my own money and fixing it up for them. Yes, because all that we need is for our dreams to be accomplished. So meanwhile, I'm not sure if some of you are with pens or books. If you are, you just write down your expectations for us. If you are not, you can use your phone. We're in the 21st century, so you can globalize it. Send it to the WhatsApp page or to my own account. I will see it and I'll read it out. So you just please write your expectations for us. What do you expect in sample? Meanwhile, the food should arrive before then. If it has, then you can have your breakfast. From there we can start. Is that fine? And if you have any questions as well. For questions, I would not like you to type it. I would like you to stand and ask questions to clear your doubt. Some we are asking too, because I understand most of us are students. Myself, I'm a student, I am a journalism student, so I'm going to school. So the sessions are going to be in a form where it will disturb our school, you understand? Even on Sundays, I and my coordinator have no problem with that. So it will come from you to tell us, okay, this time and this day, it's what is comfortable with us. That's not going to affect our school, and we go ahead with it. Even the session, like if the orientation I meant to say, if I know a good number of you will not make it, we will have resettled it. I received about 5 messages and calls this morning that some of them are going to school, they couldn't make. I said, hey, this is the reason why we have the WhatsApp page. If the orientation, the date has been mentioned, I can remember since last week I sent it there. You could have raised your concern and be like, I'm a student. Friday I will go to school. Well, we can raise it. I'm not doing this for myself. I'm free within this week. So you can be like, can we do it on Sunday or Saturday? It will bring discussion and people will bring out their concerns as to when to do it. But they all decided to keep quiet. Wait until today when Amina already made everything, logistics and everything, you want to call and let me know you couldn't make it. There's nothing I cannot do when the majority are already been informed. So this is why I said it's very important to give feedbacks. Whenever a message is being sent, it doesn't mean we are being, we are dictators here. No, we are not dictating anything. If we send anything, know that we need your opinions. Your opinions really matter. So please be contributing on the page. If sessions are announced that this is the date, prior, if you cannot make it, let us know and give us your reasons. If it's genuine enough, we don't mind to, resettle it to another date. Right. So meanwhile, get me your expectations and I'll call the guy for your food. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Amicham. I am from Majak, Media Academy for Journalism and Communication. I am from Brufut.
Okay, good afternoon once again. My name is Fatou B. Kamara, a student at Majak, Media Academy for Journalism and Communication. I live in Busumbala.
All right. So we have two Majak students with us. Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Usman Damfa. Finally a student doing diploma in agriculture at the Gambia College. I live at Brikama.
All right, Usman.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fabakari M. Jaju, a student at Banjulini Senior Secondary School. I've seated my work currently.
So what are we expecting from you? Distinction? You're not responding.
Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you all. My name is Bouakar Balde. I am from Bakau. Right now, I'm not enrolled in any school yet, but expecting to be enrolled in GTMI. So for the meantime, I am here for the mentorship program. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Asiatu Sise, a current student of Nusra Senior Secondary School, just graduated this year, and then I live at Sinchubalia. Thank you.
Okay.
Good afternoon, colleagues and mentors. My name is Mohamed Traore, a student of the Gambia Public Procurement Institute. I live at Sinchu Alaji. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aisha Toure. I will not say I just finished my paper yesterday, but I'm a graduate now. I'm from Jara Soma. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Good afternoon, all. My name is Maria Kemoro, a student of Gambia College.
I can't get you. What did you say? She's crying.
My name is Maria Kemoro, a student of Gambia College.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aset Kanaji, a grade 12 graduate. I'm from Soma.
Okay. So we have two people from Soma.
Soma or Soma?
Soma. Jara Soma.
Yeah, who are you? Coming here at this awkward time, even though it was very prompt, and then you came, and then still you had to wait. The time that we told you has already failed. But it's actually part of the entire process of leadership, because patience is one of those prerequisite skills for a leader. If you were unable to be patient and then you actually left before time, and then probably you have all the right reasons to say, in fact, we were told to come here at 10, and then here we are 1 o'clock, the program is yet to start. What type of academy is this? We may actually tell you that probably you lack some leadership skills, one of which is patience. All right, when you are at your senior secondary school, you've been given a lot of idioms and proverbs with regard to patience, that there is nothing that you can achieve in this world in the absence of patience. Even whether you are a Christian or a Muslim or any other, patience is something that is prerequisite, that even God goes along with those who are actually patient. The more reason they say the patient dog eats the fattest bone. So it's not actually something that is done out of illusion. But I have to apologize for that, for the fact that I had another meeting that was not actually planned. We planned to have this meeting at 10 o'clock a.m., but when I came to the office, I realized that we have another meeting with our UN partners at 10 a.m. at the same time, even though some of you actually came late. But just to proceed, we have here in our midst Mr. Kijera, who has actually sponsored nearly the entire bill of the first cohort. And then we also have here Aminata Sawaneh. So I don't know whether you've given the platform to Kijera. Okay, so without much ado, I'll just allow Kijera to give us the welcoming remark and then some words of blessing in 4 minutes. Then I'll be able to proceed with my presentation. Mr. Kijera.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Mr. Musa Kijera, CEO and MD of Hamza Trading and Real Estate Company, and part of the academy. I'm not just a sponsor of it, but I'm part of it. And everything that has to take with helping youth to develop themselves, we want to do the small thing we can afford. We are not wealthy, or we don't have means that other people don't have, but we take ourselves as part of it. That's why we do what we want. We are doing. I just had it from Amina not long ago, but then we have to come in again like we used to do before, and we will, inshallah. Just as is a welcoming remarks, but more will go to you people as the mentees. You are coming to get into something that's very important in your lives, because the main problem we have now globally, not even in Gambia to see, is lack of very good and competent leadership. All the problems we have in the world today is lack of competent leadership. And leadership comes with a lot of troubles you have to take. It's not easy. But you have to be very patient, very attractive of things coming on your way. Then you can be a very good leader. I used to tell people in administrations or the likes, they say, boss, boss, boss. No. Be a leader and go with your team. And to be a leader, you have to allow things to happen unto you. Those remarks will reflect on the people behind you, and it will bring good results. So Mr. Mustafa has shown that type of leadership in the way he teaches, the way he brings out things to the mentees, which is very important. Because I have witnessed it many times. I have been in their programs when they are doing some, I attend some, and I also follow it from, even because my kids were part of it, and they also used to give me some gifts. So take him as a brother, as a mentor, as a family. Because I always tell them, we are family. When you are family, you can help one another to grow up. Let's not see ourselves like I am more presentable, or I have more ideas, or I have no. Help your brother or your sister to develop yourself. Yeah, and that's what is the main and the base of this academy coming into. We pray that God give you what you expect, or even more from it, and also make it easy for the mentor and the academy as well. Like I said, we will come in to help morally, financially, and anyhow, whilst the programs goes on, inshallah. I welcome you all and wish you all the best, inshallah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Kijera. It seems my machines are actually disappointing me. And then I think Aminata already told you who she is. She is actually the founder of this institution that was at the beginning called Capital Mentorship, something like that. And then I decided to tell her to change the name so that it suits, at least she wants to leave a legacy. So I was actually present during the formulation of everything, but the entire idea came from her. That was 2 years back before the corona pandemic. So I actually helped her in coordination and in formulating. That gives me the issue of the coordinator, even though I actually told her to look for another person due to my busy schedules. But again, we are happy to bring another new man in our midst, that is Mohammed Waidabo, this gentleman here. He is actually the current Secretary General of the University of the Gambia Students' Union. He is a very powerful writer, Shakespeare's right-hand man, as many at the university would actually call him. So he is going to be my assistant, and then in my absence, he will solely soldier the responsibilities of the entire academy. And I am Mustafa Sonko, a graduate from the I actually graduated from Kotu Senior Secondary School before heading to the Gambia College School of Education, where I specialized on English language. Then from there, I taught for a couple of years in so many schools in this country. I think more than 10 schools. So don't ask me how long I started teaching. I was teaching many schools at the same time. Then I attended the University of the Gambia, where I graduated bachelor's in English language and political science. I one time served as the Public Relations Officer of Education Students Association, then to the Secretary General of University of the Gambia Students Union. I also attended so many trainings, and then right now, as I speak to you, I am the Migrations Officer at Gambia National Youth Council. That's a little bit about me. I believe that's all what you want to know. So Samla here, we say Sawaneh's Leadership and Mentorship Academy. The founder is Aminata Sawaneh, and I am the co-founder and coordinator, maybe coordinator de facto. All right, what we seek to attain. Why do we in fact come up with this academy? Sawaneh's Leadership and Mentorship Academy seeks to equip young people with requisite skills to contribute effectively and efficiently to national development. So it's basically for the young people. How can we mold these young people to become leaders of this country? Now, looking at you people, most of you are actually youth, because according to the African Youth Charter, a youth is a person who is between the ages of 15 and then 35. When you check the population of this country, 61% of the population of the Gambia is made up of youth. When we check the voter population, 51% of the population of the voting is made up of youth, 53 women. So women and youth actually have a lot of stake. All right, our concentration. What are we going to be discussing here? It's not going to be learning. Mentorship Academy. We are going to learn from each other. We are going to invite people who have experience, river of experience, when it comes to leadership. All right, so some of the things that we'll be looking at will be leadership, writing skills, and critical thinking. So we believe that these are very important skills in human being. So now we go into leadership. We will take a holistic look at honesty, empathy, integrity, accountability, and responsibility. Then on the communication skills, because we important that if we know very well that if you cannot communicate, that is the end of you. Any leader that does not have that skills in communication, you are not actually a leader. And leadership doesn't actually mean president. We actually mean leadership from the president down to the last person. If you are leading an institution, if you are at your house or you have siblings and then you are a leader, you need to communicate to them effectively. If you cannot actually convince them, then you have a problem. So in the communication skills, we'll be looking at public speaking skills and then debate. How will you speak in public? And if it comes to debate, argument, how do you make sure that your argument stands out? How do you make sure that you debunk the arguments of your opponent civilizedly? if you actually say, this is not true, you don't stop there, you bring what is true. This is not a crocodile, we expect you to tell us what it is. You cannot say this is not a crocodile, but I don't know what it is. Then your argument will be very vague. The fact that we are approaching the elections, all of you should participate effectively, be it voting, campaigning, or sensitizing, to make sure that we have peace in the coming election. That is going to be incorporated, because we cannot be having this academic progress without peace. If there is no peace in this country, I will not even have the courage to stand here. I will be thinking of my family, not you people. When it is Vim, I'm not going to think about any one of you. It is my head first. That's it. You build yourself, then the rest is second. So then, writing skills. We know that people have problems in writing. Writing is an art, and it does not actually mean that anyone who graduates from senior secondary school, college, or university can actually write. We have seen people who finish their bachelor's. When they want to write application letter, they will call somebody, please write an application letter for me. So we want to start this. We'll be doing basic CV writing. You know CV, you heard of CV, but it's very simple to write a CV. At your age, you should be able to write your CV and then send it. Most of the institutions will require for your CV. And then you ask them, what is CV? They don't even know. Curriculum vitae, right? Where you bring your educational background, personal details, experience. This is what you send with what? A cover letter. Cover letter is just an application letter. 2 or 3 paragraphs showing your interest at work. So we believe that these are very important, and then you people need to know it. Then we have critical thinking. How many of us can analyze issues? This is where the problem lies. Are we always subjective? If you come home and then you realize that somebody slapped your mother, do you actually jump and then slap that person? You should have at least asked, what has my mother done before my mother was slapped? But how many of us are objective in that manner? How many of you go to your homes, you realize that your dad, your mom is not speaking to the neighbor, and then you also join the bandwagon because your dad is not speaking to the neighbor, you are not speaking, or your friend is not speaking to one of your friends, you also start to keep people at arm's length based on what you heard from people, okay? And then being judgment. So these are some of the pictures that we had during our last sessions. I wanted to project them, but unfortunately I could not. So these are some of them. This was the group photo when we were starting. I think you can see, right? Yeah, then that was another one. We were having our sessions at different places. That was myself during the first days. And this was someone who was teaching them public speaking skills. This one is an award-winning debater at the University of Gambia. He is Musa Bali, currently a teacher. He was teaching them on public schools. And I think it was done at the beach, right? Yeah. At the beach side. Which hotel was Kasumai Beach Hotel. It was done there. So we don't actually want to confine you in classrooms. There are times we have field trips where we send you to police station or give you puzzles that you will be able to work on. That leads to thinking, critical thinking, right? Then this one too. This one was held at our partner's place. That is Mr. Kijera. He gave us his place, and that's where we held this session. That was some of these people are actually, this one is actually at the Gambia College. I believe she is already done, working at one movie industry, and that's Aminata and myself during the first session. Yeah, exactly, those are the few things that I wanted to show you. So we are not going detail into things, but we have to set some ground rules. This is just a sacrifice. That's why we didn't ask for a penny except that $500. And that is not even my focus because I only receive just a few people's money. So what we want to do is to make sure that everybody registered, we have all your names in the database, and then make sure we set rules and regulations. Like we may have twice in a week, but this is going to be communicated to you, and then it will not be like every month twice, maybe every month once, depending on the schedule that we have. But if you are absent for more than 30% of the sessions, you will not be certified. We have to get that straight. We cannot give you certificate when you do not even understand what we've been doing here. So we require nothing from you except that 500 that will be used for your water, your food, and then the entire certificate. So if you want to calculate the 500, you should actually tell us whether actually we'll be able to pay our resource persons. What I know in this country, you invite a resource person, you give them nothing less than $3,000. That is the rate for somebody to come and present 30 minutes on public speaking. That's how much you pay them. I don't know where you get it. So if you are well equipped here and then you become a public speaker, people will invite you. Time is money. But for us, we are using our time and energy just to uplift your status. And we need nothing but your full concentration, cooperation, and then respect. Respect is reciprocal. We do not know everything, and we will not claim to know everything. But we believe we have a little edge over some of you, even though we know some of you have rigorous experience when it comes to youth work. So without much ado, I would like to draw the curtains down here and then allow Aminata or Muhammad to just say a few words before I finally wrap up this discussion, and then I will slowly communicate on the WhatsApp group as to the date and the venue of our meeting. Okay, so when Muhammad and Aminata speak, we will entertain a few questions before we put the nail on the coffin for this discussion. Thank you so much.
Yes, so let's welcome Mohamed Waidabo. As I told you earlier on, he is the assistant coordinator to Paragon that will also help us through the academy. He's late and he will have to explain to us the reason why he is. Mohamed Waidabo, where's your face?
I'm here.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good afternoon to all of you. It is not a big privilege for me to know your names, but I know as time goes on, I'll be able to identify all of you by your names, because we'll have very good reactions, or let me say interactions, throughout the sessions that will come subsequently. First, let me recognize the presence of Mr. Kijera. Thank you so much for partnering with Sawaneh's Mentorship. Let me also recognize the presence of Paragon and, of course, Amina. And without a second, apologize for coming late. It is our Congress, and we are into a lot of things, and that is starting on Wednesday. I just hope that there are university students here. Is there anyone from the university here? No?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, I will assume in the next 1 year or two, all of you will be students of the University of the Gambia. And we'll be able to relate ourselves as people who once worked at the Amina's Foundation. Now, mentorship for me is not about taking a heap of knowledge and impacting on somebody's mind ready-made. It's a process of individuals taking charge of their own destiny, asking questions, ready to take up challenges, following up those challenges, and at the end of the day, register enormous successes. For me, that is mentorship, especially mentorship of today. It's not about you sitting with Paragon because he has traversed across the crucibles of leadership, and because of that, he has to give you all that he knows. No. Mentorship of this recent time is about individual defining what they want in life and pursuing those goals and achieving them at the end of the day. And I'm very sure that the first step of identifying yourself or showing readiness to be a mentee is a good set pace. And I'm sure that if this is meant, sometimes we so desires, but we do not really mean them. We want to taste the waters and then dodge away. But if it is really meant, then there is a hope that obviously all of you tomorrow, just next tomorrow, will also become mentors of other people after identifying your goals and knowing how best you're going to do this. Now, Paragon have already told you that this is going to be a session, an interactive session, where individuals in different spheres, different professions, different expertise will be invited to share with you their areas of specialization. So it means it is not going to be centralized on only one thing. It's not going to be all about leadership. It's not all going to be about entrepreneurship. It's not all going to be about businesses. So it's going to cut across because you have different abilities at your individual level. I look forward to moments that we will have very interactive moments, and moments that will be educative, moments that will be known for sharing, and moments that we will cherish for posterity. Thank you so much for coming, and you're all welcome.
Thank you so much. Amina.
Yes, thank you so much, Mohamed Waidabo. So because I welcome them first, because you are not here, you are busy. And I introduce myself. Who is here? Who didn't know? You all did, right? Because I introduce myself. So first, when I ask them to write down their expectations, as in what they expect from Samla. So I received some hard copies and some decided to send it to my WhatsApp. So I'll just read out this one.
Mrs. or Miss?
I should be both, but you can call me Miss for now.
Miss?
Yeah.
Okay, I have not sent mine.
Okay.
I prefer to talk about it, so I don't know.
Yes, that is fine. As long as you want to do that, I will give you the floor to go ahead and tell us your expectations first. Yeah.
I see all stuff.
Yes, please.
Okay, anyways, I've introduced myself and I will do it once again. My name is Buakar Balde. I'm from Bakau. First of all, I would like to thank the mentors, but especially the founder of the institution, that is Ms. Sawaneh, for having this great and wonderful mindset, initiating an institution like this, whereby youths will be mentored for future career developments and other skills. And people like me, personally, ever since I have this problem of knowing what to do or knowing the career to pursue in life, and I think I have some of my like other people like my types who are in our societies who also have the same problem. So I think this is a great thing for me to come and join this academy, so that at least I can be mentored and know what to do or what to pursue in the future based on my career. Like we all have been through primary schools, and there is this time where there is a time where the teachers will your teacher will ask you to take a paper, write your name, and write what you want to be in future. I think most of us have passed through that. Stage. We all did it. So for me, ever since I used to write on the paper like I want to be a president, always, ever since. Anytime they ask us to do that, I will write president. Anytime they ask us to do it, I will write again president. So I think writing that thing, it went to an extent whereby I became a youth leader. So I don't know whether what I was praying for myself, it is what was taking, what was trying to progress, I don't know. So I became a youth leader, and upon all the institutions or organizations or groups or any type of organization I work for, I used to be a leader there. Not because I want to be a leader, but because some of them because they used to choose me. Not that I am better than them, or a sort of like, you understand? And the other thing also is like, what I'm expecting from this institution is to be mentored vehemently if it is necessary. You understand? Like, all of you they were like, Banyu Masidara. You understand? With no hesitation, anything that you people can do, just do it. You understand? Because I also want to be mentored here and gain the skills and the qualities of the ideas and everything that has to do with this institution, so that if I also went back to the community, or if I graduated from here, I will also spend maybe 1 or 2 hours of my time to also help, to dedicate my time to increase and to also help in those whom you know that they also have these kind of problems.
Thank you, sir.
So that's what I'm expecting from the institution. So I thank you all.
Thank you, sir. So now, if you want to speak out, let us just make sure that we are very brief. We are going to leave this place in less than 5 minutes for the fact that the Juma prayer is just very close and we don't want to go back and then come, okay? Anyone who wants to say 1 or 2 things, be very brief and concise, huh? The summary skills. Anyone? Anyone? So I've read some of your, huh? It's okay, you saw about that? You've already introduced yourself, so I actually know some of your levels, and then, you know, have you all written your name here?
I don't know.
Yeah, please do so. Mame, so this is just an orientation. So, is she on the group? You add her there?
How?
him rather.
Okay. Mohammed, all right.
Yeah, exactly. If you do that, then we'll be able to take up the communications from there. Then we'll be able to communicate dates, and it is going to be on weekends. Most of the time, it is on Sunday, either Sunday or Saturday. But we will solely communicate the day a week before the stipulated date. I think that's okay by all of you. All right. So we'll just make sure that it is around KM or West Coast. If it is West Coast, just know that it is going to be around the beach area, at a restaurant, or here, or down there at NYC. But we'll solely communicate. Is that okay by all of you? All right. So if there is need for you to get the contact person, you can get. I think you all have Aminata's contact and then my contact, so that in case your parents want to know what you are up to, because you cannot also be sneaking around. I'm going for training and then you are not there. You are somewhere else. So we take note of that. You don't use this academy for your personal TikToks. We say Sunday is our mentorship. Mentorship starts at 12. We end at 2. You come there at 5 a.m. after Fajr prayers, and then you are at home after 12 a.m. Where have you gone to training? Not this. You don't use this training for your TikTok. Let us make that one very clear. If we realize that that's what you are doing, we will just give you an expulsion letter or suspension letter. Expelling, I don't go with expelling, but you will have to go up to your house and tell them where you are going. You don't use this academic for your personal things. Is that clear? Let us be very, very clear. Good, good. Those are some of the things that I want to tell you. And then, we just have to throw this curtain here since we do not have any suggestion from anybody. And then I want to personally again thank Mr. Kijera for the support that he has been doing for us. Just give him a round of applause. I think last time we went to the beach for a party, right? I could not make it. They went there, they eat a lot of chicken. We paid transportation for all of them, T-shirts for everybody. So we cannot actually pay him. What he did was just humanitarian. Okay, just Basiru is coming at the last moment. He also has an academy, BJ Academy. So I will need his expertise. We will also make videos just like the way they make videos about our expectations. Especially that election is coming, where we'll have a poetry sort of, where we'll send a message of peace from Sawaneh's Mentorship and Leadership Academy, where all of you will just say something for 20 seconds or 30 seconds. That is our own contribution towards the peace of this country. It doesn't actually mean that you have to go and fight to have peace. Anything that can signify peace, you have to do something. Do you understand? This is what Martin Luther King said. You have to fly. Can you all fly? Can you fly? You cannot fly. If you cannot fly, what are you going to do? You run. If you cannot run, what do? You walk. If you cannot walk, you crawl. If you cannot crawl, by all means, you keep moving. That's what Martin Luther King said, and that is exactly what we will try to do here. So, Basiru, you are actually late. I'll give you 1 minute to just say one or few things. He is actually the ICT officer at ICT and Innovation Officer at National Youth Council. And he also has his academy, BJ Academy. Maybe some of you normally see what they do online. Bas, 1 minute. He was actually late, so he has to rush and then come here.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum to everyone. And thank you so much for giving me the platform. Muzawa said it all, and all of you, I guess, mentorship programs are very vital, even though I usually say this, the professional footballers or even top businessmen, they need mentorship training for them to be guided. Even Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, even though they are professional, but they need coaches to guide them. So capacity building, it doesn't require about like your class or social status. Once you are learning a new knowledge, it is very important, because it is usually said that the quality of life you are living today has been widely determined by the quality of choices you have chosen in the past.
Yeah, exactly. So right now what I want you to do is to return the 6, huh?
It's all part of leadership.
Yeah, no, you return in 6, it's not
No.
like, yes.
What I want to ask is like the date that you put, that is on the 5th. It is the starting date or 2000 that day?
Did I put on the 5th? Or you put on the 5th?
I did.
On the 5th is what? Next week?
Last Tuesday.
Oh,
Yes, on the 5th was actually put on the flyer, as in to tell people that the Mentorship Academy will be commencing this month. But then, as we said earlier on, it needs to be communicated at your own convenience. Like, need to be at a day that you guys are not going to school. In fact, I had an issue with them. I had to tell them, whenever messages are being sent to the WhatsApp page, they need to respond.
Yeah, respond.
Like, I received so many messages today. But I know you don't want me to talk because you be like too much. Let me just explain this one.
Hurry up, because we are going to...
No, I'm hurrying up. You know, most of them will call me this early morning and let me know that they couldn't make it because they are going to school. So if that message was sent prior to the page, we could have rescheduled this to a Saturday or Sunday. Yeah. So it's important that those messages are sent to the page. You please reply and give feedbacks. Yes.
I think all of you are on WhatsApp, huh? Yeah, just make sure you just acknowledge seeing, okay, or this, that, here and there.